Tune in at www.oghuskyradio.com. Broadcasting live from the east side of Los Angeles, worldwide. Every Thursday night, we got live interviews. Live in East Los. Motherfuckers drive from wherever they at and come here. Why, I do not know. Because if I didn't live here, I would not be fucking driving through this area. But fuck it, y'all come. I'm going to keep doing this shit.
Word up. Good look, fam.
Original defenders of hip-hop. And we say that shit lightly, but when we got cats like these, that the real defenders up in here, dog, like, that ain't no cliche shit. These motherfuckers doing the most for it. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, man.
Hey, yo, what's up, man? It's your boy DEPS of Dubai. DEPS Murder, you know what I mean? OCP, boys.
Yo, this is NOSEY OCP.
Word out. Just shout out the homies that are right there posted.
Yep. Yo, this is the homie Jesse OCP and the homie Reeps OCP.
Word up. A lot of history within OCP, but what we do here is like, I'm not here to be like I'm the epitome of what's going on, and I'm not regulating graph. I'm not doing that shit. All I'm doing is getting people like you guys that are out doing what you do and archiving it and allow you guys to tell your stories. You know what I mean? So, where are you guys from, dog? What area where you guys at? Let's break it down.
Your boy Deps Dubai, he's out the IE, you know what I mean? Coming fresh out the IE.
Word up.
Yeah, I'm from IE, fucking Riverside and shit. My boys right here from LA. My boys right here from Southeast and SGB and shit. But to be honest, we're all over. We're spreading right now and we're just getting bigger. But
and it's all family too.
Yeah,
just because we're from different parts of Southern California don't mean that we don't really fuck with each other the way we do, because we're a solid group and a solid family.
What does OCP stand for?
Causin Panic.
Who started it, from what you guys know, or let's just break it down, like get into that, you know what I mean? And especially, let me just like put the disclaimer, these are younger cats, you know what I mean? So this is what they know, so I don't want, let them YouTube comments start popping up.
Yeah,
we have it up there and shit.
Yeah. You know what I mean? On behalf of the big homies,
yeah, let us know.
We don't really, you know what I mean? OCP goes deep, you know what I mean? Before even some younger homies was even born. It started in 1989. So, you know what I mean? We can't really put our finger on it, but what we can say is shout out to the homie Dre, shout out to Tamer, shout out to the homie Player, shout out to Big Spin, shout out to Thought, shout out to Serve, you know what I mean? Shout them boys out, you know what I mean? Those are the homies. Shout out Serve. That's what it is.
So, was it something like you guys had already seen? Because 1989,
yeah,
so it was already out. It was all rocking already in the IE, and that's what you guys got put on, or you guys wanted you to?
Well, for me, I was fortunate enough to grow up in a city OCP happened to land in.
Okay.
And it started in Ontario, and I grew up in the city in Riverside County.
Okay.
And it happened to land out there, and graffiti was always something I was attracted to. And OCP was just that crew, and I knew that I had to be from there one day.
Straight up.
I was fortunate enough to have my brother, who was a couple years older, who happened to go to school with some of these cats. So I gotta hang around them, and I was able to, you know what I mean, kind of get linked up.
What got you into graph though? Like what like that you could remember?
Shit, back in the 90s, my sister was a groover. And my brother, he was a hip-hop head, and they hung around a lot of graffiti artists and things like that, and it was just something I was always attracted to.
How about for you, Nosey? What got you into actual, like, graph, though, man? Hold the mic.
But yeah, my fucking older cousins, they would write, like, my uncle was an old graffiti writer. He used to write THRU back in the day from, like, Orange County and shit, and just growing up and seeing that, seeing him just doing his thing made me want to, try it out. And I grew up fucking just like tagging and doing all that shit. And then I met some of like my older homies that are from OCP now. And, we were just on it ever since like I met my boy Nike and shit. And Demise is actually the motherfucker that got me into OCP. Or like made me want to be from OCP, because that fool was a crazy ass motherfucker, and like that I miss that fool. I was kicking with him a lot before he died and shit, and he was the first person I ever painted with from OCP, and I remember being like 16, and we're hitting fucking freeway spots and like hitting a freeway spot and shit. Yeah, rest in peace, fucking all the dead homies, fucking Reset, Burns,
P, Pesci, Demise.
Instagram @out_Causin NOGY causing underscore panic out underscore causing underscore panic. We got OCP in the house. IE, you know what I mean? You guys bringing up graffiti and hip hop. Is graffiti hip hop? Break it down, or is hip hop?
Well, graffiti is hip hop. Graffiti is also a culture in its own, but it's also an element in hip hop. And a lot of us were attracted to graffiti through hip hop. So that's kind of how it worked out.
Do you guys? I mean, are you guys bombers, piecers?
We're graffiti artists at the end of the day.
All right, so here it goes. We had this conversation off there.
We're graffiti artists at the end of the day, but for the most part, I like to bomb.
Yeah,
I like to bomb.
Our crew's known for bombing shit.
Of course, that's why you're here.
Yeah, you know, like all the homies putting in work right now, they're fucking. Hey, I give props because you know we got homies out there just doing the most right now.
There's real killers that could really flex on some peace shit.
Yeah.
But they'd rather go out and just bomb hella fucking times. You know what I mean? Instead of wasting all that paint.
So you use the term graffiti artist. Is a legal piece graffiti? Would you consider a legal piece graffiti, like a permission law?
I guess the term graffiti is applied to like an illegal type of thing. So I guess it wouldn't be technically, but at the end of the day, it's considered graffiti.
You know?
It's recognized as graffiti.
What do you prefer to do though? Like some legals, floaters, hot boy shit. What would, like if you prefer to do like?
I like bombing hot spots.
Yeah, that's what gets my blood flowing. You know,
you got 2 color shit or more than 2 colors.
Or 5 to 7.
As
some hot boy shit.
As much as you can.
How long would you be on a 5 color?
The hot 30 minutes. You know what I mean, real quick.
If
30 minutes. That's a fucking legal bomb and shit.
If I'm drunk, I'm drunk and just fucking. Just getting pretty balls. Nah, not even.
It's like that sometimes.
Yeah, it's just like that sometimes, you know?
What's the longest you've been at a spot on an illegal? Like, and what was it? Don't tell me where and you know what I mean, all that shit, but just what was it?
One that comes to mind was me and my boy right here. It was on the freeway, SB. It was some hot boy shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how long were you out there?
That was like a nice 45 to an hour.
Yeah, we had that whole wall painted, you know? We made sure we didn't leave no back of the wall.
Yes, sir.
Straight up.
You know, just
5 color bombs.
Packing it in there.
If you're able to release that information, obviously OCP has a lot of history. What's the criteria, man? Or you know what I mean? Like, obviously people listening now know of you guys, you know what I mean? Yeah. And what would want to fuck with you. Is that something you guys...
I mean, things like that, you got to fuck with the circle, you know what I mean, to know. But what I can say is you got to put in work, boy. You know what I mean? To anybody out there that wants to fuck with the squad, you got to put in work, you know what I mean?
Straight up. OGSQRadio.com. Instagram @out_causing_panic. Is there anything you won't hit? Is there rules? Like, what's up with the rules for y'all, man?
You know, we don't want to, you know, fuck like.
I ain't fucking with nobody's like nobody's home, nobody's side fence, nobody's wall that's attached to their backyard.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking with nobody's private owned mom and pop business, things like that. You know what I mean? I might catch a little street tag or a sticker or something, but I ain't gonna go bomb the side of their building. I ain't gonna go bomb over somebody's headstone or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna respect things like that, and that's just
respect.
Yeah.
Oh, who taught you that? Where did that rule come from for you?
That for me, that comes from the home and the, you know what I mean, the people you grew up around, and just the type of level of respect that you were taught growing up in the household you grew up in.
From doing these interviews, what I find is like people that have history, like how you guys could trace it back, you know, as for like the 90s and the eras and all that, like, are the successful people that do it. You know what I mean? They have a deeper understanding than going out. I mean, that's just like I said, I'm just fucking noting because I just trip out I've interviewed a lot of cats that have come through here. But you guys started like, you know, let's say early, the 90s, 2000s are, like, you know what I mean? What has changed since then, dog? Like from with you guys and shit. Or even in Graph.
One thing also, yeah, the buses, the whole bus get down.
Yeah.
But one thing I could point out is the letter structure. When I started, graffiti was looking a lot different, and it was all about the letter, and there was like sharp edges on it. A lot of the letters were actually thin too,
yeah.
A little bit thinner. And it was more about that and the 3D to the letters. Nowadays, it's about the color scheme. You know what I mean? It's about looking like super fly and, you know what I mean, colorful and, you know what I mean, artsy.
Is that good or bad for what do you think?
It's really hard to put your finger on it because I like it when I drop a super colorful bomb. It does look tight. But at the same time, nobody fucks with my old bombs no more, so it kind of makes me sad. You know what I mean?
How do you guys feel about benching?
Love it, dog.
Yeah, you with it?
Yeah, head still all day.
Word up. Is there a graph scene for what, like, you know, and explain that?
There's a big graph scene.
What is it? What is it for you guys? You know what I mean?
Shit. Like, yeah, it's life, you know. Like, I'm always running into, like, you know, different graphers and shit like that. But, you know, sometimes, like, things could go bad, you know, like growing up, you know, you run into a lot of beef and just people don't get along with it and shit, and we have plenty of that. But, you know, it's good to network and fucking, you know, talk to a lot of other people and shit too. And there's like a lot of other stuff you could do with graph, you know, like that try to fucking do a paint job or some shit, or fucking there's a lot of
one thing I can point out is graphic
too.
designing. A lot of homies are getting degrees in graphic designing. A lot
Straight
of homies
up.
are going to college, and it's turning into a good thing. And that's a beautiful thing. And I'm glad that Graffiti is able to provide that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not saying like to sell out or nothing, but fuck, hey, you know, if you're fucking talented and you can make some money, like, might as well do it, you know?
Straight up. Why do you guys do it?
For me, man, it was just something I was attracted to. I can't really tell you exactly, but I'm just attracted to it, and I'm addicted to it, and I love the rush when I do it.
How about for you, Nosey?
It's like the only thing I know how to do good. so I'm just kind of like sticking with it and shit. But fuck, I got nothing else left. I'm fucking, you know.
Will you ever stop?
Nah, hell nah. If I'm not stopping right now, then I don't think I will.
Word. How about you? Will you ever stop?
Not anytime soon.
If you had kids, would you introduce them to graph, or would you want them doing graph?
Well, it's an art at the end of the day, so I ain't gonna stop my kid from doing art. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna hide art from him either.
Yeah, but you know, I really wouldn't want fucking my kids going through like any of the shit that we went through, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff that can't really talk about. But
That's why I'm glad we got the artsy graph going on right now.
Yeah, because you were talking about out there, like how the era has changed. You know what I mean? The 90s kind of spilled over into 2000, but you know what I mean? And hopefully that shit don't come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it is. We always have that element and shit, and people involved know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
Is it more fun hitting the spot or going back to check it out, man, when you see it running?
Hitting the spot, man. That's the best rush ever.
Yeah.
Straight up.
What do you say? What do you say?
Like my boy Jesse said, fuck going back. You know what I mean? What's done is done.
Is it worth it? All said and done, for everything you've been through, is graph worth it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's love.
Yeah.
Love is worth it. You know what I mean?
What do you stand to gain, each of you? Like, what's the fucking, you know what I mean? What's the success for what you do?
My own self, you know what I mean? Like myself satisfied with myself, you know what I mean? Be satisfied with whatever I'm doing, and it makes me feel good about myself. That's really what my main thing is.
For yourselves, is it an ego thing and shit? Like on some real shit.
You can put in work all day.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, you wanna prove to your homies that you get.
Cause yeah, it's art and that's fucking 5 colors, but at the end of the day, why aren't you fucking drawing something? Why are you putting your name and shit?
Yeah, that's straight up. You know, you just want to get known.
Yeah.
Infamous, you know.
How do you guys feel about stickers? You know what I mean? And let me just, the reason why I ask is because these are like a lot of cats, you know what I mean, disagree or have heavy stances on the questions I'm asking. That's why I'm asking you guys, you know what I mean? Even with benching, fuck benchers, they shouldn't, da. You know, or even this fucking interview, like, why you guys interviewing? You shouldn't talk about graph, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I explained, it's to archive, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
To date, people know you guys' story.
It's all about being active, dog. Like, do everything. Paint sprays, paint freeways, make little stickers, fucking do little black books. You know, street spots, like fucking anything you can do it.
Like he said though, like there's not a lot of archive videos or anything like that about OCP you can find online. You go online, you can find a lot of different crews. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can find a lot of different crews, but
But I think with OCP though is that you could fucking drive right now on any freeway though, and you could see that. You know what I mean? That's why part of the archiving of it. You know what I mean?
And that's why we're here, because you know what I mean. We got shit banging like that.
So who? No, I can't answer that. But yeah, I was gonna say who's doing the floaters. Obviously, it's someone in here. But the floaters, y'all fools got the floater game on lock.
Hey, you know what I mean?
So how long will a floater take? Like if you guys were the ones to do it. I'm not saying you guys are the ones doing it. You know what I mean? But
it depends on how big it is and how fucked up, how flimsy or good your ladder is. Also, you know what I mean?
Oh,
you could have a fucked up shot out ladder depending on how you're doing your floater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that could fuck everything up.
What's the craziest shit you've had happen while you're out there doing what you guys do?
Man, I've been hit up on the freeway by fools pulling over, asking me what I'm riding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been shot at, cops chasing me, I think fucking to run through fucking like a mile of fucking ice grass and shit.
Out running the ghetto birds, shit like that.
Yeah.
I was talking to you off there, and I was like, "What's one of the dopest things?" And you said that the art walk, when the art walk was fucking. What year was it, like 2011 maybe when it first came out?
Yeah.
You had a little art walk story. I wanted you to tell and shit. You're telling me off the air and shit.
Yeah, man, shit. I think it was like 2011. We were at least 100 deep, man. We closed that whole fucking street down. Whatever street it was off of in downtown LA, we shut that shit down, man.
Man, you guys are probably the reason why they don't do that shit no more like that.
Probably.
Let me if anyone out there, if you experienced when the art walk first happened, it was a real fucking art walk, like on some real shit.
Yeah.
You could go on there and run into 100 OCPs and run into everyone else that was out there tearing shit up on some real good shit, man. I want to thank you guys for coming through, man. And definitely telling you, you know what I mean?
Man,
Sharing
thank you.
IE, huh? So IE, from what you guys know, like how far does the crew reach right now from what you guys know?
Hey man, we're nationwide, boy.
Straight up.
And everything, homie. We're nationwide and we're starting to go global.
There it is, man. Well, y'all keep up the good work, man.
UK now, OCP.
I gotta give a couple shout outs.
Yeah, definitely. Go for it.
Gotta give a shout out to my boy Luger. Gotta give a shout out to my boy Nike. Gotta say rest in peace. Gotta say rest in peace, Demise, Pete, Pesci, Reset, all the homies, AK, everybody.
Free all the homies too.
Straight up.
Free Plea, free Desic,
free Obra
on everything.
OG Husky Radio. Stay posted. More interviews to come.